to the 2015 RoundHouse Surprise Entertainment. We have a whopper of a show lined up for you. You just don't know it yet. We want to remind you, if you are going to buy concessions, which is fine, you're going to buy concessions, please don't walk in front of the stage, either going to or coming back, so that you don't get in anyone's way. Yes, and please be quiet, Isaiah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, before we get started, Melissa Beck, please come forward. We're so glad you came back. Deanna Driver, please come forward. Dina Driver, sorry. Beth Key, please come forward. Diana Lowe, please come forward. Okay, they're getting some quick instruction. They're not the surprise entertainment. That's a surprise to them, too. So they thought they were going to be put on the spot. They're not on the spot at all. But that doesn't let the rest of you off. And so in just a minute, we are going to be okay. We are about ready. We have to pay the band for overtime, and we can't afford that. All right. Now, how many of you have heard of the Newlywed Game? This ain't it. This is the newly older wed game. That's different, okay? But some of them are newlyweds. See, we have to get everybody involved, okay? All right. And our host for our game this afternoon is Wayne Parker.
Green light? Green light?
Green light.
Number 7. But now, it'll eventually come on. Well,
I am James or Bert or James Burton Fuller Jr. or James Jr. or Bert Jr. Depending on if you're a bill collector or
no multiple choice questions when it comes to that.
You just told me to tell you that he was Alfredo Gomez. But it's Randy.
This is Lacey. This is Alyssa.
And this is Jeremy.
All right, so they're good, pretty good so far. Let's put a good hand here. All right, so for those of you who may or may not know how the game works, what we're going to do is we're going to start out, and we're going to start with the husband questions. So that means that the wives are going to have to exit. But before we do that, let's go through one more time. We're going to have the women, if you would, stand and exit out this door right here. And we've got the soundproof band that you're going to sit in while we ask some questions here. That's right. Don't put the keys in there, please. Make sure they're removed. Right. She'll give me the thumbs up when they're totally out.
Don't laugh, this can be used.
Already. All right, we're ready. All right, we're going to do a little bit different than the original game show. You don't have to read your own writing. You don't have to write it down. What you're going to do is answer, and then you have some wonderful scribes here in front of you that are going to write those answers down for you. So I would say less than a paragraph. Try to keep it to just a couple words. Lucky Charms are Fruit Loops.
That's a tough one. What was the second one again?
The second one was Oatmeal Squares.
Okay, I'll go with oatmeal.
Go with Oatmeal Squares. All right. What about you, Bert? How would your... Okay. Are we ready for the next one, scribes? Just bring yourself to write that down. All right. Here we go. Question number 2. Now we get to put you on the spot. What breed of cat best represents your wife? Is it Siamese, Ragamuffin? You want to hear the choices again?
Are the keys going to be in the van when we go out?
I've asked them to remove them. But
Will the doors be locked?
You can probably get
What was the third choice?
The third was exotic short hair.
We'll go with Siamese.
Siamese. All right. Randy.
Persian.
Persian.
I'll go with Persian as well.
All right. Scribes. Yes. All right. Now here's one that gets a little tricky. I'm not gonna. It's not. Yeah, it hasn't been tricky yet. Now this should be an easy answer for each one of you. All right, are you ready? What is your mother-in-law's middle name? Appropriate answer. Well, now you're getting them all easy ways. That's true. All right, Bert. Oh,
I
wife.
know her grandmother's name,
Yeah.
and her mother's maiden name.
But you don't know her mother's name?
I don't think she has.
That's probably. Is that your phone?
Probably sense of humor. I don't know.
Sense of humor, all right. What about you, Bert?
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor. You're gonna have one later. If you don't have one, yeah, let's hope she has one of those. All right, Randy.
A sense of humor.
A sense of humor, all right. Jerry?
I can't say the same thing again. I'm going to go with common sense.
Common sense, all right.
No, the rest of you know that's not true.
All right, so
Photo can be seen on the latest version of Google Earth. I'm in North America. I'm doing this. There's a tree sort of to the south of me, and about a mile to the north, there's a lake. It's kind of round. Look for me if you've not seen me yet. All right, now you're asking, how can this guy give me any miracle advice whatsoever? Well, I'll let you know that I have helped many a couple. When they come to me, they know for certain things cannot get worse. And when they leave, I often hear the wife say, well, you're not that bad. So I've done something. There's one medication. We boys, when we're children, we boys know how to play. When we speak of a fantastic, we speak of epic battles between good and evil, and we have our heroes, and our heroes go to save the day of this unspeakable enemy inside the planet. And then enters one girl. One girl, and all of a sudden, there are stuffed animals involved in this story. What has happened in all of this play is that the ultimate defender, the ultimate adventurer meets the ultimate domesticator, and there's no defense against that. Just give it up, because nothing is going to change that. It is very much like watching an adventure story, a great action story, and all of a sudden enter the Care Bears. What have you done? And I know for certain that the sound of music was supposed to be a war story, but some feminine mind got in there. Let's examine it for a moment. You have Nazi Austria, 1939. You have that of the imminent destruction of Europe thanks to Nazi Germany. It's all going to happen. If you're going to escape, you've got to escape now, or you're going to be swept up by the atrocities that are going to follow. But yet, we have time to get married and sing. Here, you've got to go escape over the Alps. You've got to escape the Gestapo. They are hunting you down. And how do you do it? So long, farewell. Just say good night. I'll be back.
When they first met you. So when their in-laws first met them, what did they think? Which of these cereals is it? Just Right, Oatmeal Squares, Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, or Fruit Loops? And we'll go ahead and start here with this one. Yes.
I'm gonna say just right.
All right. Pull up your first answer. Oatmeal Squares. All right, Miss Michelle, what do you think?
What are the choices again?
The choices are Just Right, Oatmeal Squares, Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, or Fruit Loops.
Frosted Franks, like Frosted Franks,
Frosted
Frosted Flakes.
Let's see what we got there. You sure you don't want to change your answer? All right, Miss Lisa, would you like to repeat it again, or do you know just right off the bat?
Just right.
Just right. Let's see what we got here. Just right. All right. How about right there at the end, listen?
We're gonna go with Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. Version. What do you think that answer is? They are Siamese, Ragamuffin, or who keep getting them correct. All right, here we go. For Miss Lisa. I hope he gets this one correct. What is your mother-in-law's middle name? Talking to Mike.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. All right, we'll continue on that way.
This is a question of him.
This is asking him, what is your mother's name? What is his mother-in-law's name? Middle name.
Okay, middle name.
Middle name.
Lynn.
He said, I don't know.
We did talk about it. We're picking baby names.
I told them all that by the end of the day, they probably would know.
It's gonna be a boy.
All right, so next we'll go with Carmen.
It's Ellen.
Ellen, and he said, I have no clue. But now you know, Ellen. All right, Michelle.
The question is,
What is your mother's middle name? Or what would he say is his mother-in-law's middle name?
I think he would say, I don't know.
That was actually the answer.
His mother doesn't have one either.
He gets an A+.
But I do know her name. She got teased by
Ah,
this.
Yeah, that's true.
there you go. You're on top of it.
I got the arm, y'all. What are they doing? What are they doing?
All right. Sense of
You lost the arm, y'all.
A sense of humor, a sense of time, a sense of adventure, or common sense. And this is what he
Yeah.
said you would say
Humor.
about him.
Humor.
Sense of humor. There you go. All right. Everybody else got that straight? This is what he said that you would say about him. All right, so let's go on down the line. Let's see.
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor, and the answer is sense of humor. All right, go on down to the end there. Sense of humor. He said common sense. I think there's a discrepancy that's going to have to be talked about
At least
later.
I knew it wasn't time.
All right, what about our couple number one here? Would you say he has a better sense of humor, sense of time, sense of adventure, or common sense?
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor. All right. Well, that was the four, and y'all did a great job. Are we going to announce the scores as of now? All right, scorekeeper. 5, 10, 20, and 5. All right, those are our scores as of now. And at this point, we are going to dismiss the husbands. They get to sit in the van that hopefully does not have the keys and no hotline to All right, y'all can go step into the soundproof van. Is somebody large out there to watch some taxes and try to run away? Or somebody small and fast? They're out of sight. All right, out of mind. All right. Here we go. We'll go ahead and start down at the end. Question number 1. How does your husband eat on his hot dog?
Excuse me?
Oh, what? What? It says it does not. What does your husband eat on his hot dog? I'm intimidated by the women. I'm sorry. Are you gonna have a turn? What do you see? You see them staring at the doors? Well, they'll never know what's said behind their back. Miss Michelle.
I believe he will say mustard, mayonnaise, no, ketchup. No, it doesn't have to be in the right order.
It does not have to be in the right order.
Ketchup, mustard, and he might say light mayo.
Ketchup, mustard, and light mayo.
I mean a light.
We'll put that in brackets. Put that
Just mean
mayo
a
in
light,
brackets.
not light. The calories don't matter.
You got that? All right. All right. Last one, Miss Carter.
All right, I'm gonna go with, chili and slaw and onions and Tabasco.
All right. Husband, it's not multiple choice, so you get to be creative. What animal best represents your husband? That's right. The lifelines. There you go. Lisa said a dog is the correct answer. Okay, we'll do that. We'll come back here. What about you, Michelle?
I'm going to say an eagle.
An eagle. All right. All right.
He'll
What
say
about-
it. I think he would.
Yeah, what's he gonna say? A dog.
Say a monkey.
A monkey. All right.
A bear.
Bear. It's back to you. Right together.
And it doesn't mean I would win if I.
But he's gonna have to say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Where would he say that?
This is right.
I think you made these a little bit harder.
Yeah, this was hard. I'll say Australia.
Australia. Right. Down under. Get that? No, that's not true. All right. Now,
Where would he want to go?
where? Okay. If the prize. All right. Back to you.
Germany.
Germany. Much easier than that. All right. Okay. Last question. Now I get to tax your memory a little bit. We'll start at that end there. What car did you take on your honeymoon?
The same one we brought here. His 2002 Dodge Dakota.
All right.
But that was only as far as the airport, because then we flew.
There you go. I think that still qualifies. All right.
Unless you want the car that we rented too, but that's getting detail.
Are you good with that? See, that's what happens when it's just 2.5 years. We'll make it a little harder. Keep going down the line.
A Mazda MX-6.
Mazda MX-6. All right, Mr. Michelle.
It was a gray Blazer. His mom's gray Blazer.
All right, Ms. Carter.
Yeah, we took a Chevy Cavalier complete with Rice Krispies in all of it.
This game. So this was a big one.
Wayne, their round is 10 points.
Oh, the first round was all 5. Did the scorekeeper get that? She's the one that matters. All right. 25 for the bonus. Okay, here is the bonus question. All right, are y'all ready? A meteor is headed towards your house. You have saved your family, your pets, and your family photos. You have time to save one more item. What will you save?
First,
Think on that for a minute. Sure, yeah, go ahead. You look like you're ready.
the go bags.
The what?
The go bags.
The go bag? All right, there you go. This is, you've already saved your photos, your pets, and your family. You have time to say one more item. What will you say?
Bible.
Bible.
I'm going to say we would probably go back to where we went on our honeymoon, which is wrong, but Corpus Christi, Texas.
She had a little bit grander scheme. You're going to Australia. All right. Last but not least, there on the end, where are we going on the second honeymoon?
I think we go back to our first one. It's New York.
84 Cavalier, I think it was.
All right, let's see what we got. There you go, Chevy Cavalier. You would have got extra points for the Wisconsin. All right, good answer, good answer. Next, what do you think, Mr. Burt?
Chevrolet Blazer, great. I don't remember the year.
There we go, a gray Blazer. Woo-hoo!
Mazda MX-6.
There we go. All right, keep this streak up. You've just got 2.5 years to think back.
Well, it was a rental car. We got to New York. Over the left.
There you go. Keep it up.
So glad you got it wrong too. I completely forgot we took my car, which is now defunct and no longer ours, and so yes, we did, but I'm so glad you got it wrong. Until it was too late to change my names.
You both missed it together. You know? And 25 is a close game. Very close game. So now we go to the bonus round. This is a big question. This one's worth 25 points. All right? So if only one gets this right, we gotta win. All right. Are you ready? A meteor is headed towards your house. You've saved your family, your pets, and your family photos, and you have time. This is her. She has time to save one more item. What will she save? All right, y'all think on that, because this is the 25-point question. And while you're thinking long and hard, I think we need one more visit from our wonderful marriage counselor.
Well, you may not know it, but I've had a bit of a change in life, which has been good for me anyway. I have discovered here most recently that I'm just lounging around on the couch, watching football, or some other sport like that. I've got a great big bowl of pork rinds and other more unhealthy things around me. And I begin to feel guilty because I'm seeing these athletes. They're young, they're svelte, they're muscular, they're lean. And I really felt guilty about it, so I made a definite change. Now I'm watching sumo. Now, my hat's off to those fellas of letting yourself go and making a career out of it. Now, what is really great about it is it's a... Anyway, have you ever seen the place? It's just a chunk of ice. Did they ever go there? And or were they just like the worst optimists ever? Thinking, yeah, go and drink the lawnmower, it's going to green up any moment now. Or was it that of like fooling the polar bears of saying, oh, we're in Greenland, well, we got to get out of here and get back to the ice. But it's named ironically. Why would you name it so ironic that it's not what you say it is? Suppose every place was like that. It's named ironically like what it's not. Like New York would be incredibly polite land. Chicago would be ethical politics land. Atlanta would be wheel drive skillfully in the snow land. And Los Angeles, wait, no, it is named ironically, okay. But going to Greenland and actually, George Lucas wants to have a family, great, but he wants to have the fourth child first. Then, number 5 and 6, wait 20 years for the first, second, and third child. Not only die, and he goes into the netherworld to find her. So we have 3 books. He goes into the Inferno. Of course, you know what that is. He goes into the Inferno to look for her. Then he goes to Purgatorio to look for her. We know that that doesn't actually exist, but it's fiction. He goes to Purgatorio to find her. Then he goes to Paradiso where he finds her. And can you imagine the reunion there of, I finally found you! And she says, well, what have you been looking at? Now, it's probably not a good thing to lie in heaven. But there's just a strain on a relationship in something like that, of having to admit that. But going to find someone in the netherworld, like your wife in the netherworld, is, if you just end.
I'll reread the question. Picture it in your mind. A meteor is headed for your house. Luckily, you have saved your family, your pets, and your family photos. You have time to save one more item. What would she say? All right. Okay, this is the bonus question. So, who wants to answer first? Okay, we're going to start with the lowest scores here. Okay, so they're tied for the lowest score. All right, so let's go there and then let's go here. Sure, we might as well get this over with. Let's see, say one more item. It would probably be our go bags. There you go. All right. Bible. You said Burton Bible. That's the second answer, right? All right, and then the next, is that Burton Michelle? All right.
I had this until he said cell phones.
Now you gotta think now.
I think she'd go back for a Bible.
Oh, well, that was her second answer. Those burn faster than the Bible, so.
I have to help people who've been hit with a meteor.
There you go. You'll need them both if the meteor came in. All right, here we go.
Would you repeat the question?
I will most definitely repeat the question. A meteor is headed for your house. That's a very logical question. The Bible. And you get smashed by the meteor, but there we go. All right, so, was the go backs the old correct answer? All right, so what are the final scores?
Hey, he's been training me too.
Oh, yeah.
I better get it right.
Everybody go home and make go back. And you'll know next time.
And it has a Bible in it too.
But there you go. Did it have your central walls in the Bible and everything ready? And it's in the car? All right, so what were our final scores? 25, 30, 40, and 50. All right, let's hear it one more time for Uncle Seamus.
One more time for our contestants. And the fact they brought the band back twice. Okay, that's our surprise entertainment for today. We have the disc golf tournament. Of course, it's raining outside. Well, yeah, it's still raining outside, but that's up to you as far as that's concerned. We still.